We have Amanda Gonzalez. She is running for Colorado Secretary of State.
Hello, everybody. I am so sorry that I couldn't be there in person. I really wanted to be there in person with you all. So thank you for letting us appear virtually. Really appreciate it. Um, we have already heard several times tonight that democracy is on the line, right? The SAVE Act is advancing. Federal agents are descending on Georgia's elections offices, and President Trump is threatening every aspect of Colorado's amazing voting system that includes mail ballots. And when our entire voting system is on the line, my question to you is, can we afford to have anyone in charge of the 2028 presidential who has never run an election before? So I'm Amanda Gonzalez, and I am the clerk and recorder in Jefferson County. So I've already run elections for nearly 500,000 voters. And under my leadership, Jeffco has seen the highest voter turnout that we've ever seen in history. We are not the largest county in the state. We're somewhere around fourth. But in the last election, we had more voters show up, turn out, and vote than any other county in the state. So I don't know, take that, Denver and El Paso. It's a friendly competition. And I used to run a small business, so we actually did that all while coming in $2 million under budget. But my experience goes beyond the clerk and recorder's office. I'm an election attorney and I'm the former executive director of Colorado Common Cause. In that capacity, I wrote the law that doubled the number of drop boxes in the state. I wrote the law that created automatic voter registration at our DMVs. I know how to protect and expand our democracy because I have been doing it for my entire career. But let me be clear, we are in for a fight. And people like me don't usually get elected in systems that are built for the super rich and special interest. But I am proud to say that I did really well in my last race. I'm going to do really well in this one. And we actually have double the number of individual donors than anybody else running for Secretary of State. I am from a really normal family. Um, Normal economically, they're Republicans, but we can chat about that another time. My dad builds houses for a living. My mom works at Costco. I was the first in my family to go to college. I was the first in my family to go to law school. And with your help, I am going to be the first Latina who has ever been Colorado's Secretary of State. But this campaign is about more than making history. It is about protecting families and communities like mine. Um, I mean, I don't need to tell you that ICE is gunning people down and kidnapping children. And my own grandmother was undocumented. I know what is at stake when our government turns its back on people who simply want a better life for their families and their community. And we have the opportunity to not only make history in Colorado, but also to show every Latino like me who has been told to wait your turn that now is the time for fundamental change. I can get real nerdy. I hope you all will reach out with questions because I don't know if we'll have time, but I've taught election law at DU, but democracy is not academic for me. This is the best tool that we have in our toolbox to create the future that we all deserve, right? A Colorado where we have clean air and clean water and open space, and people can afford their rent and their health care, and working people can periodically take their family on vacation. That's the future I'm fighting for. That's the future that I know that we can achieve, but only if we do it together. So I'm so grateful for you all being here tonight. I will pop all of my information in the chat, but Amanda for Colorado all over the internet. Yeah, if there is a little bit of time, so if there is a question or two, would love to get nerdy, and if not, we can do that another time. Any questions about me or elections more generally in Colorado?
It's Clara Return Power.
Oh, so good to see you.
The Secretary of State's office, we had some incidents, as you are very well familiar with some passwords and things being leaked. How are you going to build the community trust back in the Secretary of State's office, having to overcome some of those challenges you had?
Yeah. I'm going to do it a lot of the same ways that I've done it in the clerk and reporter's office in Jeffco. I created a first of its kind community advisory committee Our youngest member was 15. Our oldest member was in their 70s or 80s. I believe in diversity wholeheartedly, that we make better decisions when we have all different kinds of people around the table. Also, those folks became my best community messengers. We also need to really invest in communications and provide those resources, not only to big counties like Jeffco, but like if you are in Conejos or Saguache, you have like 4 employees total, right? You don't have a full-time comms person. We can utilize the economies of scale in the secretary's office to help support those communities and make sure that they have the resources they need. So good to see you, Taryn.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Really appreciate you coming and